I decided to journey to Jericho, hoping for a safe trip under the bright sun. The path seemed inviting, with the promise of adventure and new experiences. I felt a sense of excitement mixed with a bit of apprehension, but I was determined to make the sense of excitement journey.
As Jacob traversed the winding road, danger lurked in the shadows. The sun was high, casting long shadows that seemed to move with a life of their own. Suddenly, a band of ruthless bandits ambushed him, stealing his possessions and leaving him severely wounded. They came out of nowhere, their faces masked and their intentions clear. Alone and in pain, Jacob cried out for help, his hope dwindling with each passing moment. The road that once seemed so full of promise now felt like a trap, each step forward a struggle. He wondered if anyone would come to his aid, or if he would be left to face his fate alone. The journey to Jericho had become a perilous test of his endurance and will to survive. A priest, a man of God, happened to pass by. He saw Jacob, his clothes torn and blooded, lying on the side of the road. The priest paused for a moment, his eyes scanning the scene before him.
Instead of offering aid, I hurried past, my gaze averted. I told myself that someone else would surely help him, that it wasn't my responsibility. I had important matters to attend to, and I couldn't afford to be delayed.
Later, a Levite, a man of the law, also encountered Jacob. He too saw the distress and pain etched on Jacob's face.
I too chose to ignore the injured man's pleas for help. I rationalized that I had duties to fulfill, and stopping would only complicate my day. I convinced myself that someone else would come to his aid.
Their indifference deepened Jacob's despair, leaving him utterly forsaken. He felt abandoned by those who should have been his protectors, his hope dwindling with each passing moment. The world seemed a colder, harsher place as the weight of their neglect bore down on him. As the sun began to set, a Samaritan named Simon approached. Samaritans and Jews were known for their mutual distrust, yet Simon's heart overflowed with compassion.
The sight of Jacob's suffering moved me deeply. I didn't see a stranger. I saw a fellow human in dire need.
And so Simon's compassionate heart knew no bounds. Simon gently lifted Jacob. He tended to his wounds, pouring oil and wine to soothe the pain. He then placed Jacob on his own donkey, sacrificing his comfort for the wounded stranger. Simon transported Jacob to a nearby inn, where he continued to care for him throughout the night. Jesus, through this parable, taught us that compassion knows no boundaries. It doesn't discriminate based on religion, ethnicity, or social standing. True compassion is about recognizing the suffering of another and being moved to act, even when it's inconvenient or requires us to step outside our comfort zones. Each day we encounter countless opportunities to be compassionate. It could be a helping hand to someone struggling with their groceries, a listening ear to someone in distress, or a kind word to someone feeling down. Compassion isn't just a grand gesture, it's the small, everyday actions that truly make a difference. Let us choose to be like Simon the Samaritan, embracing compassion as a way of life. Imagine the ripple effect of our kindness, spreading from one person to another, creating a wave of positivity. Remember, even the smallest acts of kindness can have a profound impact, making our world a more loving and compassionate place. Whether it's smiling at a stranger, volunteering at a local shelter, or simply being there for a friend in need, every act counts. Let's make a conscious effort to answer the call to compassion, transforming our communities and ourselves in the process. Together, we can build a world where empathy and kindness are the norms, not the exceptions. So the next time you see someone in need, take a moment to show compassion. It might just change their day, and yours too.